How's it going, guys? Guys, let's discuss a passage from a book. The 8th verse of the Tao Te Ching from the book Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. Living the Wisdom of the Tao by Dr. Wayne W. Dyer. Living in the flow. The supreme good is like water, which nourishes things without trying to. It flows to low places, loathed by all men. Therefore, it is like the Tao. Live in accordance with the nature of things. In dwelling, be close to the land. In meditation, go deep in the heart. In dealing with others, be gentle and kind. Stand by your word, govern equally. Be timely in choosing the right moment. One who lives in accordance with nature does not go against the way of things. He moves in harmony with the present moment, always knowing the truth of just what to do. So when I really got into reading this type of material by Dyer and people that are very similar to him, this is what really put the nail in the coffin for me being so dedicated to this. Because I saw such truth in it that I was very compelled, and I had to go out and find out for myself if it was true or not. What really gave me the idea to start this YouTube channel aspired from that same type of discovery I found, because that's how I discovered Coach Corey Wayne. Well, I discovered him through a friend, but wouldn't you know it, he reads and studies the same type of material that I quite enjoy myself. So I saw a sign, and I went with the sign. As it says in the quote, water is the extreme good, and it will go to the near depths and cracks that men loathe. And that's just what I was ready to embark on. Because when I know I was coming into this, I was going to have extreme judgment. I probably, it's going to be a while before I become popular, if I even become popular. I was just ready for it, and exactly the first day I got it, I got introduced to what the manosphere is, what red pill is, how very much of a younger audience of men really thrive with these videos, and it's much needed as they're really looking for guidance. And I thought it was all great. It's just how it is. It is exactly how I expected it to be. Very cutthroat, but I'm ready to go to those cracks. I'm ready to go where most men loathe out from. As you can see from my channel, I'm pretty calm. I make jokes here and there, but I'm not aggressive, and I do not push an agenda that is quite aggressive as well, as to make my audience pissed off and want to rebel. No, I'm more of it's not as big and bad as it would seem to be. It's overcomeable, but it is a challenge. But you should enjoy that challenge. That challenge is great. You're going to learn stuff from it, and it's going to benefit you more than dwelling on it, really. And this quote really explains it very well. The supreme good is like water. It nourishes things with ever even have to do so. It just does it. Us men do not beat around the bush. We have to get something done. We know we just have to physically just go ahead and get it done. We don't really like talking about it as much. We know if we're going to be talking about it, it's going to be dwelled upon, and it's not going to get done. So instinctively, we nourish our activities throughout our day, just getting them done like that. As if we're not even told to do so, it's instinct. One thing after the next, protecting one thing after the next, standing up for ourselves one thing after the next. It's a constant motion forward. And there's no really time to talk about it, there's only time to do. Be in accordance with all things that are nature. In dwelling, be close to the land. Us men use an abundance of curiosity. We're constantly looking at things and looking at stuff we like. We're pulled by it, and we need to be doing that. We can't be not dwelling in a space alone where there's not much to even look at. We need to be out there expressing it, because it helps us unfold our life a lot more pleasantly. It helps us discover what truly life is about for us, what our true selves want to believe and see. In meditation, go deep into the heart. There's no deeper feelings you feel with any type of emotion than it is within your heart, your center. You get to that way through your brain, becoming totally concentrated on what's going on, and then you just let go, control your breathing, and then you're in that centered place of just calmness and meditation. It's a very powerful thing. It's a very controlled thing. It feels like it's taking you by the middle of your body and just hoisting you up, full control. And that can be with any emotion that felt with the heart. But that's always there, and that's not going anywhere. And it's there as an asset. It's there to really bring you to center and help you nudge your way forward through life. In dealing with others, be gentle and kind. Us men are very physical. Sometimes we think forth with our strength, as opposed to our mind, and react with our strength instead of our mind, quicker than our mind. We're very physical. So with that, we have to have our strengths. We know what we do. We can't just be out of control. We have to be tamed. So that's where phrases like being a gentleman comes in, because you need to be a gentle man. And it's funny, because when you associate a man with being a gentle man, you're associating a man with being kind and mannerful and obviously gentle. That's exactly where that saying comes from. Stand by your word. Find out the truth of everything and stand by it. Stand by your word. Don't be deterred by it. Don't let anything sway you off. If you know that is the truth, do not get away from it. Everything out of every corner is going to try to make you believe something that is not. Anything. You can stand by your word and just know in your heart that it's true. You're not led down paths that ultimately bring you back to that truth in the first place. So that's just exactly what happens. If you don't stand by your word and you go off of believing other words, you end up back at your word every time. So what's the point of just wasting all that time of nothingness and wasted thinking? Just stand by your word and let life take you into its flow. Govern with equality and be timely with choosing the right thing to do. Be equal to everyone, be open to everything, be open to change, but stick to your guns. Know who you are and have acceptance for everything else, so everything should have acceptance for you. And if it does not have acceptance for you, you do not need to waste your time with it. Let them figure out the acceptance on themselves, but still have acceptance for them. You want to be treated equal, you have to treat your world equal. Now, taking time to make the right decision, that just goes with us in our concentration, how we go quiet, how we need to think stuff through before any action is to be placed. Because we want to do it right the first time and walk away like it didn't even happen. That's what we foresee that life entails to us. It's a forward motion. We see the project, we see the instructions, we follow the instructions, we get it done, and we move on. And we take as much time as needed to concentrate so that is correct, that it is the truth. And the truth is just left alone. It is what it is. On to the next. One who lives in accordance with nature does not go against the way the things are. So a major home run for my type of teachings and what I believe truly that the message I'm trying to get out is there are certain barriers that you can't go past. And if you go past them, you're just going to end up with the same situation if you're caught into a situation. And the only way back to it is to go back to those cores, because that's our basis. There is a basis to everything. There's always a beginning. There's always something you can refer back to that can help you pull yourself out of a situation to move forward from the situation. And you cannot go against these things. It's how everything is set up. There are certain aspects for us guys that if we go against it, we'll just have the same unpleasant outcome. And the only way to have the pleasant outcome is to go back to that core truth and follow it forward to unstuck us from any unpleasant outcome to the correct outcome. Always move in harmony with the present moment. Always knowing what truths are to be discovered along the way. And this is just basically moving forward in line. Forward motion. What's the next thing there? What's that? What's here? Being curious. Concentrating on stuff. Taking it apart. Figuring it out. Putting it back together. Then moving on. Because you know everything inside and out of that thing, so you don't have to waste any more time with it. You can move on to the next like nothing happened. Knowing the truth about everything that you encounter in your life daily. Because everything is so abundantly pushing against you. That's why skies are set up like this. Because we need to take it apart and we need to know the truth of it all. Life is long, but it also is lived, which means it has an expiration date. So don't shy away from this. Embrace it.
Saint Perigene, patron saint of all forms of cancer. We ask you for your help in asking God to heal my cancer and keep it in remission. Pray for me so that I may live a long and faithful life.